Runners, what's happening? Welcome back to the run. Thank you guys for tuning in once again. I greatly appreciate it. To everybody out there, I hope you guys are staying safe. I hope you guys are staying warm or cool wherever you are in the United States. I hope you guys are making some money or getting some rest. But I greatly appreciate you guys tuning in to the channel. Like I said, you guys are the best part of the channel, and I appreciate you guys for rocking with me. So, I want to start this off because I got something I want to talk about, but I want to start this off with a quick little truck tour. I don't know if I did it yet. And just to kind of give you guys some clarity, it's really hard to record B-roll driving this truck around because we're always moving and we're trying to get in and out of places. It's not just I pull up, grab a bin, dump it, and I don't even get out the truck. I have to get out the truck, go grab the bin, go pull the bin, go do all this crazy stuff. So I got some B-roll, and I'll put some B-roll in there for you guys. Don't mind me if I throw my shades on because the sun's coming in and out of the clouds. But yeah, so I really like my job. I gotta tell you guys this. I haven't been able to say this in a really long time, but I really like my job. And it's yeah, man, it's I don't know if it's because the pay is, for what I do, the pay is okay. I mean, granted, we should get paid more. So there's that. But for what I do, I'm home every night and getting paid to do something. To me, that it's simple. It's hard work, but it's simple. Like, I enjoy it. I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed this. I enjoy it more than over the road. And the only reason why I say that is because the only thing I liked about over the road was I got to see different things. I got to meet different people every other day, every 3 days or whatever. I got to meet somebody different. I got to experience a new scenery. I got to do something different. So, but here, I like route driving. I know where my route's at. I know at least where they send me on the weekends. During the week, it's kind of it's up. But I really like how my route is organized, I guess. So I get to see the same things, which helps me get home faster. I get to do something predictable, and I'm my own boss. Like, as soon as I leave, I have a radio, which I'll show you guys here in a second. I have a radio, and oh, excuse me, I had to clear something off my tablet. There we go. I'll finish. Well, dang it. Anyway, there we go. So anyway, yeah, I'm my own boss. Like, I get my route and I go. They call me on the radio if they want to. If not, that's it. They don't. So I appreciate that because it allows me to be me. I don't like being micromanaged. So, but anyway, let me give you guys this little quick truck tour, and then I'm gonna piece into what I'm gonna talk about, or what I'm gonna make my next video about. So, what you guys see me messing with just now is my tablet. So also, I gotta say this. All the thoughts of this company are my own. I'm not, oops, I hit the mic, I'm sorry. I'm not a representative of the company. This is my own thoughts. I just work for the company. I have to say that so, I don't get in trouble. Anyway, so this is our tablet. So for a lot of route drivers, some route drivers still do paper. I don't know how you guys still do paper. That's crazy to me. But this is our tablet. It has all our stops on it, any special notes, and it's a GPS. The GPS is horrible. It's not quick at all. It's kind of, I don't even know how to say it. It's just, it lags. It lags. It's good. It just lags. Like, this whole thing needs an update. But yeah, so it gives us our directions, how many stops we got, or how many stops and how many bins or lifts we have, and any special notes. This is how we clock in and out, take our lunches, and we're still in the same thing, 30-minute mandatory lunches, 30-minute or 15-minute breaks, stuff like that. So there's that. And then we have a radio. Oops, sorry if I keep hitting the mic. This is our radio. Looks like a regular cell phone. If they need something, they just chirp me on, they hit the chirp and tell me what I need to know. let's see, what else can I show you? Okay, so I'm gonna try to pan this out as best as I can. So this right here, not every truck has this. A lot of trucks have two levers, up, down, and forks up, down, arms up, down. This one is a joystick. So the joystick, up, down, arms up, arms down, and it's touch sensitive. So if I remove my hands, like a dead man switch, if I remove my hands, the forks stop. Everything stops. But as long as my hands are on there, it does its thing. There's a little like instruction guide on this to tell you kind of like how it works. Let's see. This is our PTO. So this cuts on the pump, or this gets the pump ready. This button right here turns on the pump. Let's see if I can get you guys closer. This turns on the pump. This packs it. So there's a blade that pushes in and pushes out, right? It packs all the trash in there. Pack or retract. Select the pack. I don't like that. That's kind of an automatic thing. I don't like automatic packing. This opens the rear doors, and these lock and open the rear doors. All these are lights, and this truck is different because of the joysticks. These buttons are different on the a little older trucks, or the ones with the levers. They're actually like clickable buttons. This one right here. So we have our camera. We have a reverse camera, and we have a side camera. Not all side cameras work, but we have a side camera. When we get ready to blink to go right, it'll pop up on here. On the trucks with the joysticks, I can see inside of the packer. So I make sure I'm not packing like an animal or a human, which actually happens quite often. Not with us, but it happens. Then I'm gonna flip you guys over real quick. You guys all know what this is, right? That's Big Brother. So we do have inward facing cameras. It's not as bad as you may think. So a lot of you guys don't like inward facing cameras. A lot of you over the road guys don't like inward facing cameras. And trust me, I understand why you don't like inward facing cameras. I don't want somebody watching me 8 hours, 10 hours of the day. When they say they're not recording, they only record an event. They can record. I don't know how to properly say this. I'll say it like this. There was an accident that happened when I was out with my trainer a month ago. When we told them about the accident, they went back and replayed the video. The video went for about a minute. So this thing was recording the whole time, and they could pull the video back. So they can't pull up a live feed of what you do, but they can go back and run the tape. That's all I'm going to say on that. So if they say that it records only 10 seconds, like, no, they can pull back as far as they need to. Some, I would say like Swift's would only pull back as far as it needed to. 10 seconds before the event and after. This one did like a whole minute and some change before the incident, or like maybe 30 seconds. Yeah, 30 seconds before and 30 seconds after the event happened. And we didn't even press the button for it to go. So there's that. But it's not really a bother. It's not sensitive in the sense of some inward cameras. You hit a curb or something like that, or hit a bump and it triggers. It's not like that. When I was with McLean, it was like that. If you hit a curb too hard, or hit a driveway too hard, or it assumes you rolled a stop sign, it was all bad. So it doesn't do that, but it does record, and I like it a lot. Oh, this is the outward facing camera. So I don't mind it, just because there are people that do dumb things in front of us, and I'm kind of glad that that's happening. Also, I don't really got a lot of time to do any BS in here anyway. So there's that. Oh, and I wanted to show you guys something. Not that. That's my water. So I did a gear review a couple days ago. One thing that I meant to tell you guys to get is one of these. A battery pack. If you're over the road or you're doing local driving, you need a battery pack, because sometimes these little cigarette lighters, like I have a cigarette lighter here, and I have like a little USB thing here, doesn't work. This is that brand, and it is I think it's a 20,000 milliamp battery pack. A little bit much for my needs, but hey, if I need it, it's there. If you're stranded on the side of the road this winter, and your truck won't start and you don't want to like freeze to death, or you're going to freeze to death. Let me take that back. If your truck won't start and you need to have your phone charged so you can call people or maybe even watch some movies just until Love's or Pilot gets there, this is a perfect one. 20,000 milliamps. I think it was like 30 or it was like $40 or something from Best Buy. So let me get down here. Let me show you guys the outside of the truck. So I recorded this video yesterday, and I kind of recorded it with the phone straight up and down, and then I wanted to flip it and it didn't flip, so I'm recording it again. So we'll start from the front. So this is the front of the truck. Look how pretty she is. So this one is a little bit newer. We got a brand new truck at the yard. It's definitely not for me or for any of us. I'm gonna put on my shades, okay, because it's bright. Not for me, but I'm using somebody's truck. This is one of the newer Peterbilts. And you can tell just by this little arch in the nose area. But, you know, she's seen better days, right? Let me see. I'm going to hold you guys. Actually, nah, I'll just keep you guys like this. So she's seen better days. So I got spotlights up there. Those help at night make sure there's nobody sleeping in some garbage cans. So when we pre-trip, because I've had questions about how do we pre-trip. So when we pre-trip, these are, I was gonna say it's a cab over, let's just say that, right? God, I don't know why I put these back up. So in your normal pre-trips, you guys, or we lift up the nose, check the engine, check the fan belts, check all that good and wonderful stuff, right? Well, for these, we don't. So what we do is, I'll show you on the other side, but we don't lift this because this whole thing comes up. So we don't do it, the mechanics lift that up. What we really focus on a lot of the times is our tires. And if I bring you guys down here, so as you look at these shiny 20s that I got right here, see these little green things? Let me see if I can get you guys a little closer. See these little arrows? You might have seen these on city buses. Waste Management has them, we have them. And basically, they're just to let us know if a lug nut is twisted. So if a lug nut is starting to spin, we can see it. This won't be aligned with this. Now, these aren't perfectly aligned. We still got to get in and check it. Like after a while, see, like that'll push off. So we still get in and check it. We still check our hub seal oil, all that good stuff. Our mechanics are really good, so they're on top of it. They check these trucks almost every night for little defects. So we check our air. We dump our air every night. Every night these air tanks get dumped. What I found interesting is one day I dumped one of the air tanks for one of the trucks and it smelled really, really bad. And it was leaking coolant into the air lines. So they had to replace the gasket. I've never seen that. So that was interesting for me to see. Back here, so we have, they're CNG trucks, so natural gas, right? So we have fill ports. So this is our fill port. This kind of tells us where our pressure's at. This is our fill port, D fuel or D gas, I guess. But this is where we would do it at. So when this baby's parked, she's parked going like facing like east-west. So her fuel port goes in the front. But if I have to, and I have to park it somewhere else, I also have one here. Now it doesn't take long to put gas in these trucks. It's pretty fairly simple. And it takes like maybe 20 minutes, 15 minutes. So these are the arms. So when the arms come down, the forks come out, and my fork has hooks. So when I grab it, a lot less likely that the can's gonna roll off. Has it happened to me? Yes, actually, it happened to me yesterday. I flipped the can trying to let it go, and I ended up breaking the wheels. So I had to drop the forks, pull the can back up, and then I had to lift it up to replace the wheels. That took a little while. But we drop these down, we inspect all these hose lines. That thing right there, I don't know if you can see it. Well, I'm not gonna put you up there, but that's an AC unit. So this truck is special because we have a quad AC system. So up there, there's an AC up there, And then we have our normal AC here. In the summertime, this is the truck you want because it's blowing cold all day. My folks in Arizona, my folks in Vegas, I think they have these a lot more of these trucks than we do. We only have, I think, 2 of them. And then the other ones, our ACs don't really work all that well. So, but I'm glad I got it. And especially, it doesn't heat, but you don't really need the heater because this truck heats up super quick. This right here, it's called the tag axle. So we drop this when it gets really heavy and the truck gets really bouncy. See how far forward the wheels are? So see how this is up, see how much ass we still have left of the truck? When we hit a bump, it rocks. There's bumps that you don't normally see in the road. And I've had, when I first started driving, I've had it where I hit a bump and I didn't see it coming. And my water went flying, foam went flying, everything, trainers bouncing up and down. So we put those down. That kind of minimizes that bump or those bumps. Does it still happen? Yeah, but it's not as aggressive. So we drop those when it gets a little heavy, just to spread the weight out a little bit. Let's see, not much else to show, really. I mean, this is the tail, it comes up. I would show you guys like how it is when we lift it, but we're inside of a facility and I can't do that. So I don't want to, you know, I don't want to do any further. I don't want to bring any issues to myself. So, oh, and this big thing right here, this is your hydraulic tank. Hydraulic oil only. We got leaf springs under there. Look at my rims. Stay shining. And then here, this is where we check our fluids. So everything's on the outside. So we got our transmission, engine oil. We got our air box here. We got our coolant here. This thing is hot. I probably shouldn't have touched that, but you got your sight gauge in there to make sure you got oil. This is to lift the cab. So the mechanics are going to normally deal with this. And that's pretty much it on that note. So before I get up out of here, see, look, there she goes again. So before I get up out of here, I'm going to do a deep dive into a situation that just happened. And I brought this up in one of my videos before. Should truckers unionize? And the reason why I say it again in this video, and again, we're going to look at this thing that just happened with Pepsi as a reason why I think they should. So a Pepsi plant in Chicago closed in the middle of the night, left a bunch of workers without, I don't know, they don't know their future. They don't know what's going to happen. Now, they are a part of a union, and the union's working to see if there's any legal ramifications for them to close or for them closing in the manner that they did. And I feel, in all honesty, and I'm gonna just be frank with y'all, that's fucked up. You know, these people, some dude was a forklift operator working there 29 years. People don't understand that these type of jobs, these labor jobs that a lot of people don't really look at or look over, they put food in a lot of people's mouths off of one paycheck. These warehouse jobs, this job like mine, bottling plants, Amazon, all those things, some pay really good money. And I know some don't, but some pay really good money. And to wake up one day and your job not to be there kind of sucks. And the union can protect you, but it can only protect you so much. Or it can protect you a lot more than you think. And I used to be super anti-union. The only time I was in a union was when I used to work for Northwest Airlines way back in the way back. And I didn't work there for long because obviously that airline went belly up. Oh, it's getting a little windy out here. Let me go ahead and walk back in the truck. I'll finish the whole thing when I get back in the truck. But if you guys know my story or watched any of my videos, you would know why I feel the way I feel about it, because the same thing happened with me when I was with McLean. Whew. So when I was with McLean, we were out, and I've told this story before, but I'll tell it again. when I was with McLean, we were out doing our route. We had just finished the bid. Every 6 months you have to bid. So we just got a new bid. We just got new day cabs because we were driving these routes, delivering to these 7-Elevens with sleepers. So now we got day cabs. We're happy. We just signed a contract for 6 months. We're good. And then we get a safety meeting that we normally don't have. It's just a random safety meeting. And our supervisor said we had to be there. It was like, okay, cool. We're out delivering. We come back about 2 o'clock in the morning. One of the OG drivers is going to tell us, like, hey, they sent us our last paycheck. Like, what do you mean they sent us our last paycheck? Like, yeah, they're laying us off. We looked and found out that they sent us our last paycheck. We go to the office the next day, or excuse me, we go to the hotel the next day. They have security there, one armed security, one brother. And I was like, really, man, they got you out here? Like, they think we going, like, what we going to do? And they're like, I don't know, man. You know, I'm just here. Okay, cool. So they tell us that they're closing down the San Diego stuff. As they're telling us this, they're already at the yard picking up our trucks, taking all of our stuff out of our trucks, putting it in trash bags. And we didn't know this yet, but it was happening. Then they're going to tell us the lady apologized because she said we weren't supposed to see that our last paychecks got delivered. It was a clerical error or a system error because they just updated the system. So they were going to surprise us with this. Now, mind you, San Diego isn't the cheapest place to live. And let me give you guys a little bit of perspective because my delivery guys know. We got paid component pay. We didn't get paid hourly pay. So during the summer, which we were just off of the summer, during the summer, it's easy for us to bring home almost $5,000 in 2 weeks. Easy, depending on how heavy you are. After taxes, about $4,800. I've been at this job for a year. Do you know, with that type of money and the security that this company says it has, people want to live. So a lot of people, I had an apartment. My coworkers just bought an apartment, you know, getting ready to buy houses, stuff like that, because we're secure. We budgeted our money. We knew our finances and can make it shake. And they did that. And they didn't seem to really care. The only way that they made it, the only reason we made them care is because one of the guys, called him Molly Mall, that was my dude. He told them, he was like, well, wouldn't it be it'd be fair since we already signed up for these routes and now you guys are taking it back to San Bernardino for the people that want to work and stay with the company, let them run those routes. Now we would have to run them from San Bernardino, but it would be only fair. They didn't like that. They didn't expect us to say that. So they made a call because honestly, it's only fair. You guys set us up at least for 6 months, right? So we could figure out what we're going to do. So we, they agreed reluctantly. They agreed. And I was one of the people that decided to drive back and forth to San Bernardino. Now, for those of you guys that don't know, San Bernardino is about an hour and a half drive from here. So I decided to go do it. I did it for like 4.5 months and it was just the worst decision. I slept in my car. It was horrible. But I say that to say this. These companies don't care about us 100%. They're going to do what benefits them. So should we as drivers do what benefits us? Look what happened to those people at the port. They break their necks. They sweat it out during the summer, freeze it out during the winter, all weather conditions to make sure they get the products off the ship, from the ship to the yard, from the yard to the trucks. And they weren't making as much. They wanted a pay raise. Now, you can say whatever you want about the union boss. I don't really even care about him. But what I'm saying is, for the people that have been there, how is it that you work this dangerous job, working 10, 12, 13, 14 hours a day, and you can barely afford to eat in the city that you live in? And you can't afford an apartment outright, or you can afford an apartment, but you can't do anything else. Now, it could be part money management, or it could be just that we're not getting paid what we're owed. So my question to you guys is, and then I'm going to get up out of here because I'm going to deep dive into the Pepsi thing and kind of have a discussion off of like kind of like a review off of that. But my question to you guys is, could we unite and have a union, or what other way could we hold these companies accountable for better wages? Because these companies, these Swift, Knight, CRST, Martin Trans, all these people are making all this money, and they pay their drivers. You're basically, if you do the math for you OTR guys, you brand new guys, if you do the math with some of these companies, you're basically driving for free or minimum wage. It depends. So how do we get them to pay us more for us to want to be out on the road for 3 weeks at a time and away from our families? So if you guys got any ideas, let me know in the comments section below. I hope you guys enjoyed this truck tour. It's really not much in here. But tap in with me. I love y'all. I'm going to get on that Pepsi video as soon as I can, and we'll rock out like that. Until then, peace, love. You guys stay safe. Make all the money that you can. Keep them CDLs clean and keep the rubber on the road. And I will holler at y'all on the next time. Peace.